To start, I'm going to season 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to season it with seasoned salt, onion salt, garlic powder, paprika, and some black pepper. You could use the ratio that you prefer. I will put what I use here on the screen or in the description below. I'm going to add it to my flour and give it a good mix. And this will be the dredge and the coating for the steak fingers. Here I have 1.5 pounds of cubed steak. And all I'm going to do is slice or cut these into strips. Now that all of my cubed steak is sliced, I'm going to season it. Here I have a mix of seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper. I just gave that a mix and going to add it to my steak. And once I combine that well, these are ready to be dredged. Before I start dredging, I want to create an egg wash. Here I have 2 large eggs. I'm going to slightly beat those, and now I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, give that a good mix, and that is ready. To coat these, I'm going to dredge in my flour mixture. I'm going to dip it into the egg wash and then back into the flour mixture, and then I'm going to place it on a baking sheet and repeat the process. And once I place it on the baking sheet, I'm going to let it set for a little while, but that's pretty much how I'm going to coat my steak fingers. When I do this, I'm going to try to stick to the wet hand, dry hand method, but sometimes towards the end, things just get messy anyways. So I finished dredging pretty much all of my steak fingers. This is the last batch. And what I'm going to do is allow them to set for about 10 to 15 minutes or while I preheat my fry oil. Okay, so now I'm ready to fry my steak fingers. You'll want to bring up your fry oil to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is a shallow fry. I have a little over a ½ inch of oil in this pan. I'm just going to add all of my steak fingers carefully into the hot oil, and I will be frying these for about 3 minutes on each side. This will not take long to cook through, but 3 to 4 minutes on each side will definitely cook these. Once they're done frying, I like to place them on a baking sheet with a rack to let the residual oil run off of the steak fingers. So now I'm going to work on a cream gravy. Okay, so here I'm preheating my cast iron skillet pan over a medium heat, and I'm adding around 3 to 4 tablespoons of that leftover fry oil. You could also use bacon fat. Now I'm just going to get around 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to add that right into my preheated oil. And this is going to create a roux. I'm just going to mix that up and let that cook for about 45 seconds to a minute. I'm also going to be adding a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. This is optional. Sometimes I leave that out and just add salt and pepper after I create the gravy. It's up to you. So once my roux is combined, mixed, and cooked, I'm now going to slowly add around 2 to 2.5 cups of whole milk. And you want to make sure that you whisk constantly, and also hot roux, cold liquid equals no lumps. And actually, my milk is sort of room temperature, so even if I do get lumps, just continue whisking and eventually it'll all come together. Now I'm just going to add salt and pepper to taste. I'll give that a mix. And at this point, the gravy is done. I'm going to shut off the heat and this is ready. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it. And thanks for watching.